The Barbie movie is doing great business at the box office, but has also divided the internet with its feminist themes. Spoiler alert here, in the film Barbie Land, the patriarchy doesn't exist. It's a matriarchy where the women hold all the important jobs and the men just laze around. So when Ken goes into the patriarchal real world, he becomes somewhat of a villain. The movie has some commentators and academics all fired up. My next guest is known as Dr. Pink. She is an RMIT University Research Fellow, and she says the film is anti-male propaganda. Dr. Nataliya Ilyushina, thank you for joining me. Tell me why you think the image of Barbie Land utopia denigrates women who choose to stay at home, and why it pushes an anti-male message.
Oh, well, so if anyone thinks that this movie is about female empowerment or any sort of equality, gender equality, they are kidding themselves. What this movie is about is shaming men, misandry, new word I learned, and gender role dictatorship. So both sides are actually some sort of disadvantaged. Well, Ken doesn't have any gender roles representing all men. They inferior, useless, and unintelligent, or villains. So at best they're useless. And with females, they also restricted to one single gender role, being ambitious, career-oriented females.
So there are no stay-at-home mums in the film. I haven't watched the film. I've got to say, I've got no desire to watch the film, so I am relying on the account of others. But so there's one stay-at-home mum.
There is one pregnant Barbie.
Okay.
And even that one is being shamed. So the passing by comment, oh, pregnant Barbie, weird. I thought we discontinued it. So even being a mother is shamed. So anything to do with traditional gender roles, so the freedom of choice, what you want to do, what you want to be, is completely removed, not only from men, but from women as well. So what kind of equality is that when you don't have any freedom of choice?
Now, I've heard the filmmaker, I've heard the star of the film talk about that this is all about empowerment. It's all about positive feminism, not bashing men, but just elevating girls and telling girls they can do whatever they want. You say that's not what's portrayed here. It seems almost, from what I've heard from others, that it's a woke film that has gone out of its way not to appear woke. So they've tried to kind of hide some of the so-called progressive elements and the political grandstanding.
I'm not sure how they were hiding it, but but I wouldn't say it's progressive feminism. I would call it toxic feminism, because it promotes, as I said, no family values, no traditional gender roles. Men are useless there, and there is one father that I noticed only at the end of the movie, who is the father of that girl who owns the Barbie doll. Yeah. And I thought they are single parent household all 2 hours until the last moment when they're dropping off Barbie together. And he was also not good for nothing all the movie. And he was trying to learn Spanish language and was making lots of mistakes and was sitting at home, not clear if he has a job, if he has any role in the society.
Well, we see that a lot in modern culture, in television, in commercials, where the male is a figure of derision. They're stuffing up, they don't know how to do basic things, they're sort of there to be mocked and made fun of. So do you see that as something that is unhealthy in society, or are we just seeing a bit of a reversal of, the patriarchy taking a few blows after?
I wouldn't say it's reversal, it's regressive. So we were on the way to the equality, and then now we actually going backwards, mocking one particular group of people based on demographic characteristics. And talking about being healthy, what actually happens that when you shame someone or not providing them reward, this research shows these sort of activities that are not acknowledged, such as how we try to not acknowledge men anymore for anything they're doing, very detrimental to mental health. That's what my research shows. And it's bad for partners of those men as well, because mental health and well-being highly correlated.
And yeah, you want to have strong men in society. You don't want to have weak males because that is...
Absolutely. We need some healthy masculinity. And masculinity, the
What
world
do you
is
think
all...
about the actual term positive masculinity? I've got to say, I hear it endlessly. My son goes to an all-boys school and constant emails and internet posts and communication about positive masculinity. I mean, we'd never do that with a girls' school. We would never talk about positive femininity. We would just presume femininity is positive. But why do we make that distinction with masculinity?
That's a tricky question. And in a normal world, hopefully, healthy masculinity is teaching boys to take responsibility at whatever role they're in. And we need a well-defined role. And we still have a lot of men and women are choosing to have a family where both need to take their part of responsibility. And again, research still shows that adhering to more traditional gender role allocation in the family actually better for well-being of both men and women.
So are you talking about the woman being the caregiver, staying at home with the children for a certain period of time, or perhaps...
I am talking about partners being able to choose within their household. I'm talking about social gender roles not knocking on their bedroom door and telling them to draw a line on the floor that one person mops till that side of the room and another till that one.
Now, but what's your message to the parents there or grandparents who want to take their daughters to see Barbie? All the kids want to see it. What should they caution them? I mean, obviously, if they want to see it, but perhaps tell them it's not representative of the real world. I don't know.
I would caution them that what movies portrays is actually a discrimination of men.
Oh, that is...
Because that's what it is. When you belittle one group based on their demographic characteristics, which is gender, what it's called. Why we can't.
So you say this is misandrous, it's anti-male, unquestionably.
Absolutely, and it's very unhealthy, and especially for younger viewers. But luckily, this movie has 13 plus.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of younger kids going and seeing it. Dr. Pink, your nickname, thank you so much for joining me.